manga. It's made by Felipe Smith, who is an American manga artist who is becoming quite popular in Japan. Oops, no, go back. This is the author. He is silly. I love his blog and everything. But basically,
He would be the author.
he's one of the rare few who actually got published that is not native to Japan. It's very rare for them to pick up an artist that isn't native. So he's basically they look at him as like kind of like a border crosser or whatever. I can't think of the word for it, but he's getting bigger, and he's done a lot of talk shows and stuff. Like everyone's like, oh, he's American, but he can draw. He's good. Anyway, the manga's first published in 2010, so it's relatively new and it's really short. It's only 3 volumes I found out. I got 1 and 2, which will be on loan in the manga library. He first published it in a men's adult comics magazine, and it's rated M for mature because of intense language, violence, sex,
everything.
both. Yeah, mostly from that guy. He is crazy. Like he goes way over the top with it. He's an assassin.
I don't know, he looks like pretty chill.
I wouldn't hang out with him. Basically, the long synopsis. A kid from South Chicago named Milton wins a trip to Japan, and he has this huge misconception of it from the anime that he watched, which is very few. He only watches this one called PeePoChoo. And so he wins this trip to Japan and with his brother, who just wants to go just to pick up Asian chicks. So it's basically, it confronts a lot of topics with stereotypes, misconceptions, and on both sides of from Japanese on America and Americans on Japanese people. And I'm not gonna read on that. All right, this is Milton. He grows up. He's the main character of the manga. He's in high school. He lives on the south side of Chicago, and basically he's a huge otaku, but he has to hide it in order not to get beat up. Because he lives in a really bad neighborhood. They like to. Basically, this goes on pretty much a lot.
Okay.
Where he lives, so yeah, it's a pretty bad neighborhood. But he's like a huge otaku, as you can see. He dresses up. He knows all the dances from this anime that he watches called PeePoChoo that has its own language, which he's learned by heart and actually thinks is Japanese, which is hilarious because it just causes him a bunch of trouble when he goes to Japan on this trip, and everyone's like, oh, so you speak Japanese, you can be our translator. He's like, sure, I know how to speak Japanese. Sir Milk Dog, that's how you say hi. It's really bad. This is the anime he likes. It's really weird and out there, and he thinks it's like super popular. Everyone in Japan loves it, and blah blah blah. But in reality, it was too crazy for even the people in Japan to understand. But he doesn't know that until he gets there. This is Jody, Milton's older brother. He's the one who starts the whole story moving. Because he sets up, he works at the comic book store, and he set up the contest so his little brother could win the trip to Japan, so he can go do whatever he wants, and he can pick up Asian chicks. Basically, that's how he says it to him and everything. Like, dude, I don't care, but I just want that Asian chick over there. And he basically hates the whole culture.
But he owns the comic shop.
Huh?
But he runs the comic shop.
No, he doesn't run it. He's just a
He
worker.
works there.
He works at the comic shop.
He kind of wanted.
He hates his job, he calls everyone nerds, he hates the whole thing, and he basically is like, kind of points out the flaws in both, because they have a big thing between the comic book lovers and the anime lovers, and he kind of points out different things with the cultures. This is Morimoto. He's a crazed Yakuza member. That's the basic description I can give for him. He's super into like gangster movies and stuff like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and he thinks that's how America is. And he wants to be a part of it. He loves the whole thing, and he tries his hardest to be a black gangster, which is hilarious because while he's way more violent than them, him trying to talk like out of the movies is absolutely funny. This is Gil. He's the crazy guy you saw on
Huge. Yeah.
the second page. Not much is revealed in like the first volume. He's the owner of the comic book store. They revealed from the very beginning that he's gone to jail for something. They don't want to talk about it, but it's pretty intense. And he's sexually into war and intense violence that comes up quite frequently and gives a lot of really creepy scenes later in the book. But as I said, his the whole plot behind why he is in Japan and why he's killing people isn't really revealed until later. All right, romantic interest. This is Miki. She's a female otaku just like him, and she's like highly bullied and protected by Riko, which is the girl on the front cover. She finds Milton and he's like in the middle of doing a PeePoChoo dance and everyone's laughing at him and she's like, I know that, it's PeePoChoo. So they instantly become friends because they can understand each other a little bit from the made-up language that they speak. This is Rika. She grew up in Chicago in Japan, and she's basically the translator throughout the book because it's a lot of language barriers between the characters. And the only thing is she hates she hates men and Americans. So she translates everything they say horribly just because she doesn't like it and causes a lot of problems. Also, she's really mean. Like, she does not give a fuck and will attack anybody and everyone who even tries to make a single little pass at her. She's like a badass at the comic. Basically, it's the focus on stereotypes and how the whole misconception of the Japanese language and what they think he's saying. It talks about the misconceptions that Felipe Smith has noticed that we have about them and they have about us, that while he was in Japan and listened to the conversations that were going on. But he took it to the extreme. Closing notes is interesting and short. It's a crossover of comic style and manga formatting. It confronts a couple social issues in an interesting way, and it's a quirky series that just stood out for me as it's weird, over the top, and different. And that's my presentation.
Can I see this?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. That's not why I was getting it. I sent it. But
Going in my
it's there now.